Barcelona's rise to becoming one of the powerhouses in modern football didn't happen by accident. It's true they signed a lot of already made players, but the secret to their sustained success lies in their La Masia academy. Gerard Piqué, Cesc Fabregas and Lionel Messi are among the few big names to have owned their skills there, and the 16-year-old Lamine Yamal is now on his way to reaching the same height as his legendary predecessors. So who exactly is Lamine Yamal, and how did he become a regular in Barcelona's first team? For starters, Yamal is one of the most gifted right wingers to come out of the La Masia academy. He's physically not the biggest player in the world, but his slim stature has helped him develop the kind of speed he needs to execute his wing play to perfection. He has named Marco Asensio as his biggest inspiration, and this comes as a huge shocker, being that Asensio is a former Real Madrid player. But if it's any compensation to the Barca fans, he has also stated that he loves Neymar too. This is quite evident, as Yamal dribbles just as well as the ex-Barcelona man, and being that he's left-footed, I wouldn't blame you if you begin comparing him to Messi, even though it's too early for that. All the same, his speed, stamina and eye for goal made Yamal mature quickly as a player, and all his hard work has paid off, as he has now become the youngest player in Barcelona's history to play a first-team match. He received this great honour in Barca's 4-0 win over Real Betis in April 2023, where he was introduced into the match with only 4 minutes left to play. At this time, Yamal was exactly 15 years, 9 months and 16 days old. He made history the moment his boots touched the Camp Nou grass, and he made even more history by becoming the youngest player to win the La Liga. A star was born in this very moment, and he went on to become a regular feature for Barcelona during their off-season campaigns. But playing friendly matches isn't the same as the real thing, which is why the 16-year-old Yamal must have heard his own heart beat when his coach Xavi Hernandez informed him that he'd be making his first start of his Barcelona career in a league match against Cadiz in the new 2023-24 season. Surely the pressure was on him to impress, and once he got the opportunity, he did exactly that by refusing to bend under the weight of the stadium noise. He had decent touches on the ball, although he never managed to grab a goal or an assist. What he did get was an experience of being a starter, and in his second start, which came against Villarreal, Yamal was absolutely on fire as he tormented the Yellow Submarines' defence the entire match. He would fare better this time, as he managed to deliver 2 crucial assists that would help Barca win the day. By doing so, Yamal set another club and league record, as he became the youngest player in Barca and La Liga history to deliver an assist. But entering the history books wasn't the only reward he would be getting for his fine display against Villarreal. He was also named man of the match, and this is no easy feat when you consider the fact that he was playing with and against some of the most experienced and talented players in La Liga. Oh yeah, his man of the match award also meant that he's the youngest player in Barcelona and La Liga history to win it. One man who knows all about putting up man of the match performances is Yamal's coach, Xavi, who, after the match, called him an extraordinary player who has shown great growth since his academy days. He has also said Yamal is humble, hardworking, and smart enough to make the right decisions on the pitch. Now, for all these accolades to come from a man like Xavi, who at a time was one of the best in the world, then there must be something special about the young Yamal. You would agree with Xavi's sentiments when you see the way Yamal plays. Beside his physical abilities on and off the ball, he also thinks very quickly, which is astonishing for a player who is just 16 years old. Yamal himself will be very grateful to Xavi for giving him the opportunity of a lifetime. After monitoring his progress at the La Masia Academy, Xavi was sure it was the right time to invite Yamal to train with the first team. Yamal's dream came true in September 2022 when Xavi put the call through to extend the invitation. This was just a few months after he had turned 15, and he wasn't going to let his young age and inexperience stop him from shining on the training ground. Yamal didn't care if he was training with superstar players because he gave them all a run for their money that day on the grass. The funny thing is, Yamal had never played 11-a-side football until after the coronavirus pandemic, which means he only got his first 11 versus 11 experience towards the end of 2021. Of course, the La Masia Academy does not allow its students to play 11-a-side, so once again, this proves just how much of a natural footballing talent he is. It's just been 2 years since his first real football game, and he's already starting matches for Barcelona and winning Man of the Match awards. Barcelona will hope to keep Yamal with them for the long term and hope that he turns out to be the next Messi, as everyone is already predicting. Unfortunately, he's still under 18 years old, and this means they can only offer him a 3-year contract, as that is the limit for players under 18 years of age in Spain. Yamal would be 19 years of age in 3 years, and only the universe knows the kind of player he would have become by then. Barcelona are well aware of this, so it comes as no surprise that they included a €1 billion release clause in his contract, just to fend off any big clubs looking to steal him away. Speaking of which, Yamal's countries of origin would be bitter. He's never going to represent either of their national teams. He was born and raised in Catalonia, but his parents are of Moroccan and Equatorial Guinean descent. As expected, Yamal played for Spain's youth teams as he grew up, but he still had the option to play for either Morocco or Equatorial Guinea at senior level. But being born and raised as a Catalonian, it didn't come as a surprise when he opted to play for Spain instead. He made his senior team debut for the Spanish when he came on as a substitute against Georgia during a Euro 2024 qualifying match. Unsurprisingly, Yamal's lucky start at Barcelona followed him all the way to the national team, as he scored a goal in Spain's 7-1 mauling of the Georgians. 4 days later, the national team coach had decided that if he was good enough to start for Barcelona, then he's good enough to start for Spain. And that's when Yamal made history again by becoming the youngest player to start for the Spanish national team. His contributions in the match helped Spain tear Cyprus to pieces with a 6-0 drubbing. So with all these put into consideration, Barcelona needs to keep a close eye on this wonder kid, because phone calls will soon start coming in, and the people on the other end of them would want Yamal's signature. I doubt Barca would sell, but even as they hold on to their new star, they should be careful not to let Yamal become another Ansu Fati, who was also once a young prospect but didn't work out as expected. To be fair to Fati, he was consistently plagued by injuries, and that stopped him from becoming the megastar Barcelona expected him to become. So, all Barca has to do for now is to keep Yamal fit and happy, then he'd most likely do better than Fati. Speaking of being happy, it'll be in the club's best interest if they allow Yamal to continue operating on the right wing, which is his favourite and most effective position on the pitch. From there, he can easily cut into his strong left foot to take a shot or make a dangerous pass across the 6-yard box. For now, we can expect him to start a lot more games for Barca, and hopefully help them defend their title and win other major trophies in the 2023-24 season. But what do you think about Lamine Yamal? Will he be the next best thing in football, or is he just a flash in the pan? Hit the comments below and let us know. And if you enjoyed watching this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you in the next one.